Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
Hey, I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 12th of April. In the wake of a batch of severe storms last night, weather nice and calm this morning, weather turning cooler. So for those folks that are tired of the summer-like preview, we are promising cooler weather in the days ahead. Let's go to some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, we'll look at downtown Jasper. All is calm there this morning. Temperatures are mostly in the 50s. Here's a look at the lights of the city of Gadsden, up in Etowah County, and up in Winston County. Always a nice shot there. That's a look at downtown Haleyville. Deep trough passing through the state this morning. And the storms we had last night are long gone, and the weather, as you might expect, underneath that thing is cooler. As cool as 53 this morning in Haleyville and Cullman. Birmingham and Anniston, 57. We're expecting highs today in the low 70s in most spots, so no more record warmth. Yesterday, Birmingham soared to 86, tied the record for the date. How about that? Look at all the storm reports yesterday, and notice how there were hardly any west of the state, and they were clustered right over the northern half of Alabama. The line of storms really ramped up in intensity, and all the reports were wind reports, 0 tornado reports. And there were 126 reports of wind damage through parts of eastern Mississippi and the northern half of Alabama. A lot of trees blown down, a lot of chainsaws will be cranked up this morning, but it was a typical squall line with strong straight-line winds, relatively widespread wind damage in almost every county. The Weather Service started playing the whack-a-mole game last night, trying to issue tornado warnings for little spin-ups on the line, but the damaging wind was certainly the big deal. There's the watch warning map this morning. Wind advisory still for parts of Georgia and South Carolina. Some flash flood watches up for parts of Ohio and West Virginia, but for the most part, everything is over. So let's take a look at the days ahead. The convective outlook. This is the outlook for the rest of today and tonight. Got the standard slight risk of severe weather on the middle Atlantic coast. On day 3, which is Thursday, a risk of severe weather from around the Arklatex up to north of Kansas City. And that would include Tulsa and Little Rock and Wichita and Kansas City. And look at here, day 4, which is Friday, a large chunk of Alabama and a severe weather risk. And it's really early to be specific, as most of you know, longtime viewers know, it's really the mesoscale features that drive severe weather in terms of, will we have tornadoes or damaging wind or large hail? When will it happen? And it's a little too early for that, but the guys at SPC are thinking there could be some severe weather here on Friday. We'll see. QPF chart. Now, this takes into account the rain we had last night. This runs from 7 o'clock last night until 7 o'clock Saturday night. So this takes into account the rain from last night and the rain on Friday. And between the two, this is suggesting rain amounts of about 1 inch around here. And it sounds about right. About a ½ inch last night, probably about a ½ inch on Friday. We'll take a look at computer modeling. This is the Global Forecast System, the GFS, the OZ run at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Here's that potent trough to the east, the axis shifting away from us, and down below that, there will be wraparound clouds and precipitation over Tennessee today, the eastern half of Tennessee. And again, it could be a case where we've got clouds lingering this morning up in northeast Alabama that could linger much of the day. But we think for most folks, the sky becomes mostly sunny by mid-morning. But we all know that sometimes clouds can linger longer than you think. The surface lows up there near Lynchburg, Virginia. So we'll see, but noticeably cooler, highs only in the low 70s today. Tomorrow we start the day in the 40s. The GFS is showing 46. We warm into the mid-70s. Should be hard to find a decent cloud in the sky. Thursday we'll be up there close to 80. And again, a good supply of sunshine throughout the day. And then Friday, here comes our next issue. The core of the upper low is near Omaha, Nebraska, and it's going to be a vertically stacked system. Down below that, the surface low is almost in the same spot, and you can see the trailing batch of showers and storms coming up through here on Friday. Now, this one raises more questions than we have answers at this point. We'll peek at a couple of preliminary parameters. This is the instability, the surface-based cape at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, and it's got a narrow tongue of instability coming up through really around the Mississippi River. Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, up toward Memphis. And this is suggesting it really might be Friday night before that batch of storms gets in here. And the helicity, this is the veering of the wind in the lowest 1 kilometer in relation to storm motion or storm relative helicity. The really big numbers are way up north, and they're somewhat marginal for tornadoes down here. So it might be another deal with strong straight line winds Friday evening. We'll see. But again, this is race weekend at Talladega. It could very well be that the main threat of rain or storms would come Friday evening, maybe into Friday night. But again, we'll fine-tune that. Give us another day to be very specific. And then Saturday, as we start the weekend, a pretty good-looking trough, a cool trough develops over the eastern half of the nation with the surface low, or the upper low near Chicago. And down below that, it's still vertically stacked, but we are clearly in a dry slot. And that would suggest a high only in the upper 60s to near 70. This is not quite as cool as recent runs, but the sky would become mostly sunny and really comfortable. No, upper 80s like we had last weekend. And again, for the NASCAR fans, Saturday should be fine for the race on Saturday. And the big race day on Sunday looks great. The wraparound cloud should stay to the north. Sunny sky with a high right around 70, low humidity. We'll start the day Sunday down in the 40s. And again, the latest runs here, not quite as cold as recent runs, but a very, very comfortable weekend ahead. And looks great for NASCAR racing or whatever else you want to do outside. But Monday of next week, the front wants to kind of try and push back as a warm front. That would suggest a chance of showers. And then a week from today, the Gulf kind of opens up. Another surface low is near Omaha, and the weather could be kind of muggy and warm and a little unsettled there. But the better dynamic lift is up to the northwest. We'll check the end of the forecast just for the fun of it, April 27th. And the core of the westerlies are shifting north of us, a 582 ridge over the Gulf, and it looks kind of warm and humid and maybe a few showers, but nothing too exciting there. But we all know this is voodoo, and that will probably change. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television in Birmingham this evening, ABC 3340 at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.